Hello everybody. Welcome to ComeDy&D. Thanks for coming. Roll the intro, please. Cool. I think we're live again now. Yes, I'm Hayden Greif-Neal. I'm the D&D for ComeDy&D. It's pretty cool. Kevin, who are you?
Hi, I'm Kevin O'Shea, and I am playing Ubad, a Loxodon warlock, elephant folk who seems to be powered by some kind of genie.
Wow. Casey, who are you?
I'm playing Lee, the Tortle Blade Singer, hailing from the giant pirate turtle ships of the Southern Sea. I've come to the cold wastelands of the North, running away from my past.
Wow. Simon, who are you?
Howdy, everybody. I'm Simon Timoney. I'm streaming live from the country of Vallejo, hence the hat. And it's good to be here. I'm playing Sir Wiggles, the pug paladin, who is a hide beast shifter thing. This week, since I'm from the country, I'm gonna be brought to you by a new product called Bon Ivermectin. Bon Ivermectin. It's your favorite ivermectin, brought to you by Bon Iver. You shouldn't take any of these two things. You shouldn't use any of these two, and if you do, make sure they're only for horses.
I think it's pronounced Bon Ivermectin.
I don't speak French.
Cool. Couple questions, Simon. A, is that a Nirvana poster next to a Rothko on the wall behind you?
Right.
I don't think Rothkos have eyes.
That's the Nirvana poster with glasses. And Rothko, is that my artist name when I was a baby?
Were you Rothko? Have we finally discovered the identity of Rothko?
I'm Banksy too, probably.
I thought Rothko was just Rothko. Wasn't that his name?
I thought that was a chocolate syrup.
Apparently not.
Huh.
How come when I search Google for Rothko, it tries to sell me a $35,000 picture of Basquiat?
Well, it didn't try and sell me, so must be personalized.
Okay,
Yeah.
and why is that personalized for me?
You tell us.
I will when I figure it out. Number 2, what's the best anime figure on your shelf behind you?
I have
It's a giant Magneto.
I have a OG Ultraman from like the 70s.
Nice.
From Japan, obviously. I don't think Ultraman was big in the States.
What's this big guy with the claws on the lower shelf there?
What do we got? Big guy with the claws. That's gonna be that one right there.
Yeah.
That's a Venom.
Oh.
That's Ultra Morphed Venom. What do we got? Some things from the 80s. I don't know. Ultraman villain. Random. Jesus. Got the cross up here. That's my other favorite action figure. Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. So I'll bring him over and we can roll sometime.
Let's have a play date. Cool. Anybody want to give a brief overview of what we did last time?
My notes from last time are much shorter than usual.
But first I want to say that his name was Rothko. He was born...
That's what he wanted us to think.
Yakovlevich Rothkowitz, but he shortened it to Rothko. And I just get 1435 Etsy prints. So I don't know what you've been Googling that gets you the $35,000 basket. So last week we were in Robrith's Gardens, a kind of futuristic magical garden that was protected by an almost AI-like device called Carry. We fought some death mold, and we found the office of Robreth, and Robreth himself, who seemed to be under the spell of a powerful magical artifact that was keeping him asleep. We very keenly removed it from him, and he came to and decided that he wanted to turn us into his next test subjects, which we disagreed with. And we fought, and ultimately we were able to reunite him with the cursed magical object that had him sleeping in the first place. And he went back into his comatose state. And through Sir Wiggle's mimicry, we were able to gain access to control of Carrie, the AI.
Cool.
And a pug is under a foot. That's all I wrote.
What's under a foot?
A pug, a dog. Those dogs.
Oh yeah. Right, we did need to figure out how many pugs away something was.
How much does a pug weigh?
Cool, thank you for the recap. So, you have just taken control of Carrie. You are next to a unconscious-seeming Robreth. What's going on?
I love it when a DM says seeming. You know, it's like, well, what does that mean? What do you mean? He's not unconscious?
I think we're gonna spend the next hour doing insight checks. I'll be back in an hour.
Okay, well, I feel like we should ask Carrie some questions. Now that we have full access.
Should we interrogate her? Give her a taste of her own medicine?
Carrie,
Yes.
what files do we have access to that we did not have before?
You have access to all files.
That is a true answer.
Does anyone remember what we asked her over the last couple weeks?
Carrie,
Yes.
do you have a file on Robreth?
Yes.
Carrie, could you read us maybe a brief synopsis of that file?
Robreth Rethel. Born year, making up a year. Born in the year 374 AF. Profession, professional archaeologist and arcanomancer. Wife, Judy Ruttel, deceased. Daughters, Helga and Olga Ruttel. Whereabouts unknown. Robreth currently engaged in studying unknown arcane artifacts at Robreth Gardens.
Studying his eyelids.
The wife was Judy.
Yes.
And the daughters were the mercenary dwarf sisters we're looking for.
So it would seem.
Carrie, where does Robreth keep the safe magical items that he has studied?
There is no designation safe among the magical items Robreth has studied. All magical items have the ability for great destruction and great the opposite of destruction.
Creation?
Sure.
Wow. We can make a bunch of little planets. This is amazing.
Carrie, how many magical items are in Robreth's gardens?
A lot.
There are 6,040,000.
Bring them all here. Now.
Carrie, what is the current inventory of G6?
What's
The
G6?
magical tinkering room.
Thank you. The inventory of G6 currently there are no are several devices for tinkering with magical enchantments. Would you like me to list them?
Yes, Carrie, I would like that very much.
She lists them, and it's very impressive.
Carrie, do you have any files or training or knowledge on how to remove enchantments?
The room, called Magical Sanitation, contains the magical enchantment field sanitizer.
That sounds promising. Carrie, where are the magical items Roberth has finished studying?
The study is never finished, but there are a number of in-progress investigation artifacts strewn around his office and his quarters.
So, Carrie, he doesn't have an archive where he's carefully labeled each one and what it does, anything like that?
No.
All right, well, I can start trying to identify all the items in here, I guess. Seems kind of dangerous.
Do you guys want to make investigation checks to see how many things you can dig up?
Absolutely. I think that is a... Oh, wait. So our proficiency bonus after that, 22.
22. Okay. Everybody make me your own things.
That's a natural 1.
Okay.
I also have -1.
Wow, you got a 0?
Yes.
I got a 6 - 2, man. 6 - 2.
Okay.
Maybe
a
you
5.
guys could find some dinner or something. Place to
So-
sleep.
I'm just poking the dead robots with a stick.
Oh my god, that's what was going on. I screwed up my sheet very bad.
Does poking
one
dead
sec.
robots with a stick work?
One sec. Let me fix my sheet. I labeled all the things you had, then I accidentally messed up the column so it didn't line up with the things that I wanted to give you anymore.
So to denote a year, the abbreviation is AF?
Yes.
Oh, what year is it now? I wanted to ask that.
375. He's a year
420.
And of course, it is still Myrtle, is it not?
Why you ask me these things?
It was only the 8th of Myrtle when we began in the bayou outside of Suzel.
It is the 8th of Myrtle. So
Time
we
flies.
had...
You should
That's
hear
the
how
day
it
you
goes
left.
this time.
It's the 20th of Myrtle now.
Time flies.
Leave me alone, Google Docs. Let me be in peace. Okay. Cool. Just please. Okay. Please just be cool, thing.
I'm rooting
Why?
I'm rooting against Hayden.
You're
Why
ready
you
for
like
Google
this?
Docs?
It's the player in me.
Yeah, come on, just get Shorty.
Okay. Ubad, even with your 0, because this is so full. There's just places chock full of magical shit. So it would be hard to not find anything. You stumble. You are walking and you almost step on what looks like a pure black bag of looks like nuts that contains 8 of these walnut-like things.
The bag is black or the nuts are black?
The nuts are black. And Wiggles, you find a shield that's kind of like looks like it's made out of gemstone of some kind. It's pink and it has this kind of like thorn design on it. This like has all these vines with thorns on it.
Whoa! I don't know.
And you also find a knife. And Lee, with the 22, you find a glove that looks kind of, it's like a leather glove with a textured rubber palm and a laced up in the back. And you find, I do have more. The knife that Simon found is a thin bladed dagger with a blade of pure black and an intricate golden handle. Lee, you also found a staff that is a dark gnarled wooden staff with burn marks down its length and an amber orb at one end.
Whoa!
You also found a mundane-looking leather glove. You find a bag with these like pure white-seeming nuts.
This guy's really into his nuts.
And
We can never have too many magical bags.
you found a crudely constructed rapier covered in scorch marks. The handle is wrapped in leather and also scorched. It crackles slightly, and small arcs of electricity arc off of it to any metal you hold it near.
This seems very dangerous.
How many things did I give you? I gave you the staff,
The glove,
the glove,
the white nuts,
and
the rapier.
and the rapier, and and you find a large intricate like vellum scroll between two large rollers. It's like a scroll.
A large?
Does it have text on it?
Do you open it?
Well, not anymore. Okay, I guess the first thing is, can I just cast Detect Magic and try and figure out which of these are dangerous? Like, which ones are evocation magic?
Yeah.
They're all dangerous, aren't they?
Well, they all can be dangerous.
Thank you, Carrie.
What school of magic is each of them?
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
Or, I mean, we could just say I spend some time casting Identify on all of them. If that's easier.
Sure, you guys are basically, you're in a bunker with in control of everything, so you have the time to do this if you wanna.
Yeah, that seems easiest.
Okay. Who did I give the glove with the laces to?
Well, we just kind of found them all. I don't know if we
Okay,
really
let's-
divvied them up yet.
Okay, cool. You have found the glove that has the leather glove with a rubber palm and lace at the back is the glove, the +1 glove of kick punching. Punch with the power of a kick. Once per turn, you can make an unarmed strike with your gloved hand. You may roll 2d4 +1 as your damage roll. If you hit, the target must make a DC 8 plus strength or dex plus proficiency strength save, or be pushed back 15 feet. All unarmed strikes made with this glove count as magical and add +1 to damage and attack rolls. I'll send
Cool.
that. I'll send that to you in chat.
Chad.
Plus,
Well,
Kick punching, it sounds like what my auntie calls like MMA. Oh, you guys watching kick punching tonight?
the knife. Oh my god, I really messed up everything here, huh?
Knife
Is-
of kick punching?
Is the not so
Stop punching.
is the not so subtle knife?
Stab with the power of a punch.
When activated, the blade quickly turns into a glowing red and can easily cut through most materials. It also gets a +5 to damage rolls. As it glows, the blade emits a moderately loud whirring noise audible within 50 feet. This effect lasts 1 round. The blade has 5 charges and regains 1d4 after a long rest. Something bad happens if the final charge is expanded. And if you pass a DC 17 Arcana check or cast Identify, you learn if the final charge is ever used, the blade permanently turns bright glowing yellow, emits a bright light within 30 feet, and makes a loud whirring noise audible within 100 feet. The damage bonus grows to +10. Anyone holding it must make a DC 10 Strength or Dexterity check or drop it immediately. Anything it is sheathed into will be immediately destroyed.
Carrie, can you repeat that?
There.
Thank you.
I'm gonna read all these things and then copy the thing. Then the staff you got is the +1 staff of meteorology. It is a staff. Oh my god, what did I do? Okay, found it. As an action, if the staff is empty, the staff can store the current weather in its amber orb. If the weather is stored, it can be released as an action. Weather may only be stored or released once per day, not both. Once the weather is stored, the current weather is changed to... when the weather is released, the current weather is changed to the one that was stored within the staff. When the weather is stored, the current weather is changed to something I choose. It may be used as a focus for spellcasting. Any spells have a +1 to attack and attack rolls and spell saves. There.
Nice.
Wow.
There. I hope the whole audience likes hearing stat blocks, because we got like 4 more. The shield you found is the +1 shield of blossoms and thorns. It is an opulent shield. Oh yeah, I wrote this down. I forgot to read it. Opulent shield made of solid white gemstone with a slight red tint. It bears an engraving of a flower surrounded by thorny vines on its face. While holding the shield, you gain advantage on any persuasion checks made against creatures that are hostile towards you. Everyone guess the references each of these items are.
Stabbing me, please.
Almost all the items are just TV shows I like. The white walnuts, which the actual description are down. It's each seed is like a small ashen walnut. It is warm to the touch. When struck with enough concussive force, the seed will explode for 8d6 fire damage with a 20-foot radius. This consumes the seed.
And there were 8 of those?
You have 8 of them, and they're called anti-seeds.
Oh boy.
Oh, and I forgot to write this down, but once you strike it with a concussive force, it'll glow red, start glowing red over the course of 1 round, then explode. The black nuts are... Where did I write that down? There we are. Proceeds. When struck with enough concussive force, it'll explode after 1 round with vegetation. It'll glow a bright green. The vegetation grows over all surfaces within a 20-foot radius. Any creatures within the radius must make a DC 15 dexterity save or be entangled. If they fail, they can make a strength or dexterity check as an action on their turn to break free. The vegetation caresses difficult terrain. And at the center of the radius of the explosion, you'll find a small crystal flower worth 10 gold pieces.
Wow. And what happens if you put a proceed with an anti-seed?
Oh yeah, the scroll. Let's do the scroll. You found the scroll of immaculate verse. When casting a spell with vocal components, you may use this as a spellcasting focus if you speak the vocal components in the form of a haiku. If you do, and the haiku is valid, your spell attack and spell save DC have a +2 bonus. You can do that once per day.
God, we don't have a bard in this party. God.
And I
There.
assume that is just like a performance roll. You don't have to actually write it as a player, right?
Fuck yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm just gonna Google fireball haiku. No.
Are you gonna have AI do it?
I believe that's everything. Did I get everything?
There was
no.
a rapier and a
The rapier.
mundane-looking leather glove.
Okay, the mundane. I gave you a lot of things, didn't I? Oops. Yeah. Oh well. The rapier is the +1 Arky's nail. Once per. It is a +1 rapier. Once per day, or once per turn. Let's say 3 times per day. Once per turn, 3 times per day, you can deal 1d8. Oh, I forgot to write lightning damage. Lightning damage to a target after successfully hitting it with a melee attack. Once per day as a once per day as a bonus action, if the sword is under an open sky, you may speak a special word to cause a bolt of lightning to strike the sword from the sky. Anything touching the sword will take 3d12 damage. Oh, and the mundane glove. Where did I put that?
It's just a glove.
It is the glove of holding.
You can fit it in the glove.
One sec. Where'd it go? God damn. Okay.
Glove.
While holding an item in your gloved hand, you can store that item in a pocket dimension connected to the glove as a bonus action. If any items are in the glove, in the pocket dimension, you may summon one item from the pocket dimension to your gloved hand as a bonus action. The glove can store up to 5 items at a time, each weighing less than 50 pounds. You must be able to hold the item aloft with your gloved hand to store it, and there must be enough room to recall it. If you spend a bonus action storing the item, you can immediately summon a different item from the glove as a free action. When attuned to the glove, you can roughly sense any item stored within the glove. And as an action, you may attempt to store a living creature in the glove. They may make a DC 8 plus proficiency plus charisma mod, charisma saved, or be stuck in the glove. Anything stored in the glove is held in stasis.
Wow, this is a lot of magical items.
Like, they're almost too powerful. I think we should destroy them. Wouldn't that be the right thing to do? I mean, we're not going to, but I'm just saying the right thing would probably be destroy them.
Probably.
Take them out of the hands of...
Quick question, No, I'll leave it. Never mind.
Identify the amulet that's on what's-his-face?
Yep.
Absolutely.
The amulet that seems to be that on the seemingly unconscious Robrith is the charm of serene ignorance. While wearing the charm, all of your stats are set to 50, and all of your senses are taken away.
So, he doesn't know what's going on, but he could move?
He can't feel his arms or legs, so no.
Oh. But he's in there. So he was in there for 12 years, just like with 50 intelligence?
Yeah.
Huh.
He survived for so long with good vitals because he had 50 constitution.
Guess that makes sense.
Wait a minute. Lee, if I wore that, could you just throw me at people?
Yes.
I don't think it could lift you.
But I don't know if that would hurt them any more than a normal body. Unless one of the stats is weight. Does it set your weight to 50? Because actually that's pretty light.
Wow.
If it sets my age to 50, then I die.
Wait a minute. How would he have like a... What would that be? Like a plus 20 stealth while wearing that?
Well, if you can't walk, then you can't really make a stealth roll.
True.
All that power, but he can't use it.
It's pretty good stuff. We almost didn't see him at first. He kind of just blended in with all the other slumped over things.
Well, does anybody want to use any of these items? I mean, the Glove of Holding seems right up your alley, Ubad.
Yes, I think either I or Wiggles should have that.
Honestly, I could see myself getting lost inside a glove. Probably best you take it.
I'm also interested in the weather staff.
That seems reasonable.
Like you could solve droughts. You could have unlimited water, or you could flood the earth.
Yes, it has been my secret desire to flood the earth.
I thought you had that look.
Sir Wiggles, do you use a shield normally?
Yes, I do. Even though it's not my color, I do use a shield, and I do have very good persuasion. So if I could convince someone to stop stabbing at me, to stop, pulling my ears, that would that work? If a kid was pulling my ears, would I have advantage on persuasion rolls to stop him?
Yeah.
I'm a dog. Okay.
Well, you have me convinced.
Yeah. I'll take that shield, yes.
And this not so subtle knife also seems generally useful, even if we do not want to attack with it. We can cut through any material. That seems useful.
Yes. And then, Wiggles, did you want to take the sword as well?
No. Wait, do I? Which sword is it?
Rapier, +1. Extra lightning damage. I do not use edged weapons.
I
Does
think
it have an edge?
I believe you're the only one who could use it. So
Well, yes. If that is my charge. I'll take the shield and the sword.
I don't know. Maybe Ryan is alive somewhere.
That's
Yeah. I
true.
don't know.
Maybe we give Sniffles the knife.
I would cherish it, sir.
Oh,
Well, follow-up question, Sniffles. Do you ever kick punch people?
I have never kicked punch anybody.
yeah, we haven't gotten that far in our lessons yet. It's pretty advanced stuff. I won't lie.
Also, according to the rules of squires, I'm not allowed to fight, apparently.
It's a weird rule. Like even if we were all gonna die and all he had to do was just,
On my honor.
yeah.
Could you throw a seed?
Is that considered fighting, sir?
I guess that's the question we're asking.
I'm gonna just make the call. Sniffles can't help you in combat.
Aw. We're working on it. One day he'll be able to fight, but away from us in a different campaign.
You can give the seeds to Ryan.
Yes. Alright, I suppose I will take the Scroll of Immaculate Verse. Unless you guys want it. You can borrow
is
it
it
if
like
you
a-
want.
Is it a huge scroll? Like,
Oh,
is it like a
yes.
6-foot
It
scroll?
is
That's so cool.
Enormous.
That's awesome. No, that scroll is making me feel quite self-conscious because it's taller than me.
I guess we could store this enormous scroll inside the glove, actually. If that would be easier than carrying it.
Wait, is the scroll really that big?
It is large and intricate.
Can I take that knife?
Yeah, take the knife. I do not use edged weapons.
All right. Hey, when it's whirring and I stab someone, does the whir muffle? Is it like stab you?
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Can't wait. Ugh. Should I try it on Robert?
I do not think that would be very kind.
He's got a 50 con. He'll be fine.
That is true.
It's science. All right.
Oh.
Maybe I won't.
We can't really store him in the glove. Never mind.
Because you cannot lift him with one hand.
Here's a glove.
You have to be able to lift someone with one hand to store them in the glove?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then it'd be less than 50 pounds.
Oh, okay.
I guess we could use the knife to remove some limbs and then store him in the glove, but this seems
science.
very messy.
That was me more metagaming, realizing that he just automatically succeed with a 50 charisma.
Oh, that too. Although he's incapacitated, I don't know.
Look how he sleeps. How could you want to put him in your glove? He's so sweet looking.
All right, shall we go and try and remove these enchanted papers from our stomachs?
Yeah, should I use the knife? Wee!
Who is carrying the proceeds and the anti-seeds?
Is this like debate team?
Those just seem to be the only magic items that I gave you that are not accounted for. Also, the glove of kick punching.
I don't know. We could just put them all into the glove of holding, or
Okay.
I'm happy to carry them.
Yeah, I don't mind carrying... Why don't I carry the proceeds and you carry the anti-seeds?
Yes. Although Sir Wiggles, I feel like, is less effective at range and maybe would be good at throwing seeds.
Okay, you two are the stronger ones, so Wiggles, you take the proceeds.
The proceeds will go to me. You know, that's how we feed our children back in Pug Mindy. We throw food in their mouth, and if they don't catch it, they die, and they probably weren't fit to, do anything else. So, yeah, I'm probably good at throwing seeds. I'll take them, yeah. Too morbid?
Okay. Shall we go to the room of purification?
Well, we are closer to, should we look in his personal quarters as well?
Oh, yes. I think that Carrie did say there was stuff in there. Can we investigate his personal quarters?
I'm not gonna give any more magical items.
What about underwear? Does he have dwarven underwear?
Yes, you find are you going to the personal quarters?
Yeah.
Which way you going? There is it's a door on the side of the office that you don't know where it goes. That seems is on the side of the personal quarters, or you could go back through the main gardens.
Carrie, can you open this side door in the office here?
Which door would you like me to open?
Carrie, please list all doors from the main office and where they go.
You see a number over it saying O2.
Carrie, please open door O2.
O2, open. It leads to a hallway, which leads down some stairs.
Carrie, where do the stairs behind O2 lead to?
The O2 connects to Robreth's living quarters.
Carrie, are there any protections or defenses we need to disable before going down there?
No.
Let's go.
Cool.
Should we, so we have the manacles on Robreth.
Yeah.
Should we just leave him here?
I mean, nothing happened in the last 12
What should we do
years.
with the dwarf?
I guess just leave him here until we're done, at least. What's the worst that could happen?
He's gonna be gone when we get back, you guys. I know this is. I've seen this. Okay, but that's fine.
You have any spells that would tell if he moved that we could just set just JIC just in case?
Can we just put a string under him? Aw.
Yes, I can ritually cast alarm around him.
I'll put a string under his hand. Just, you know.
You put a string under his hand.
One time, Cassie and I went to vacation up north, Big Bear something, whatever. We got an Airbnb, and I put a string in the door, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I just put a string in there." She thought I was crazy. We got back, it was gone. The string was gone, and the string was on the floor.
Did you tape the string to the door? What
I
did
didn't
you
tape it to the? Then it doesn't work. You put the string in the door, and if someone opens the door, the string falls.
maybe you're supposed to tape a hair across the thing, and so if someone opens it, breaks.
That's a good one.
If you just put a string in there, it might just fall out on its own.
Not this string. I had a +1 string.
Plus, he wanted to know if there was any wind in there.
And you took 2 cans and tied it to him so you could talk through the door too.
But yeah, I'll cast an alarm around Robrith, set it to be mental, designate us not to set it off, and then we'll go down the stairs.
Okay. So if he crosses a ring around him or something.
If any creature except the 4 of us, I guess the 6 of us if you can't include the familiars, enters the area, and I'm within a mile...
7 if we count the death fungus.
True. And I'm within a mile, it will ping me in my mind.
Cool.
Should I have Sniffle sit on him? Just, a little extra.
I would gladly sit on him, sire.
You know what? Maybe not. After hearing it come out of your mouth like that, I think, we'll probably, we'll keep it in our back pocket. Good thing. Okay. Door 2?
No thanks necessary.
I swear, he'll sit on him. We'll go in the other room, close the door. He'll be right behind me.
Cool. Do you go to the place?
Yeah.
Cool. You go into his quarters, and you see a pristine looking. There's just like you come down to this big fairly comfy looking living room with some door, there's a nice rug with some chairs, a sitting area around it, and several shelves of books, which is a thing I'm saying now that I'm gonna regret immediately. And is Casey frozen for anybody else or just me?
No. He's
Weird.
moving.
I don't know what's going on.
Just you.
Weird. Oh, that fixed it. Cool. There are a couple of doors going off of it. One on the left side of the room, one on the far side of the room, and one on the right side of the room.
Does it smell like rotted food? I guess 12 years. Maybe not. I don't know.
Not in here.
All right, please list all of the books. No, just kidding. But if there are any books that look really good, I would like to grab a couple.
There's Foundation by Isaac Asimov. That's pretty good.
Is there anything on the lost city of Ooh?
You do find a book on the lost city of Ur. It is a different edition of the same book you have.
I've taken that, yeah.
That I think, did you give that to the goblins?
I think I gave them the
we held
tutor
on to that.
books. Yeah,
Okay.
the ones we got from Ephraim Gyros's quarters.
Cool.
Is there any books about the North?
There are a couple of books. There is a book of what lies in what lies in the North. Is it cool penguins? I don't know. Maybe that's the title of the book.
This book is written very conversationally.
There's a couple books on northern exploration.
Yes, we'll take that and the Cool Penguins book.
Cool.
And no magic, no spell books.
No spell books though.
Cool. All right, shall we open a door?
Carrie, does the personal quarters connect to any other room besides the main garden and the office?
The personal quarters connect to the personal quarters area contains multiple rooms. It connects to the office and the main gardens and the guest quarters. Which please say that was the next door, right? That was G.
Are you saying you don't have a map?
4, 5, 6,
Oh,
7,
G8,
8.
yeah.
8, yes, G8.
Wow. Carrie, this is
Carrie.
very impressive.
Yeah.
Can you open the door from Robert's quarters to the guest quarters?
You hear a distant whoosh, but it is not in the current room you're in.
Oh, okay. We'll go into the next room.
Which next room? There's exits on. This is like Zork. There's exits north, east, and west.
And we came from the north?
South.
Okay.
There's a door on each side.
Got it. And are these normal manual doors, or they're still like carry operated doors?
This the carry doors.
Okay. Carrie, please open both doors in this room that we did not come in through.
It's 3 doors, but
That we did not come in through.
there's a door in each wall.
Oh, there's another one? Fine. Carrie, please open all 3 doors.
They all open.
What's through them? Bathrooms? Bedrooms?
There, you see a bedroom through one, and what looks like a kitchen through another. And then you see a bathroom through the last one.
They throw a shoe in one of the rooms. Sorry, I saw Cube. I know what's up.
The shoe lands with a clunk.
I think it's trapped.
Through the kitchen, you see another open door to what looks like the personal quarters or the guest quarters.
Okay, in the bedroom, can we see any dwarven underwear?
Make me an investigation check.
What a waste of a natural 19. 26.
You find some like very nice dwarven underwear. It's like of this material that you don't really understand, but it's like very soft, but feels like thick, like kind of thick and warm and like supporting at the same time.
Anything else, like, I don't know, money or spell scrolls?
You do, in his personal effect, you see it's his bedroom. Let me describe it is like, there's a bed that's like kind of like unmade, and then there's like shit everywhere on the floor in here.
Oh, so the main room's immaculate, but this place is a mess.
It's like he had the robot clean up one of them, but not the other.
When you say shit on the floor,
Not literally. And you see a pile of what looks like personal papers and stuff to him. And in them, you see what seems to be a spell book.
Oh, well, I'm definitely interested in that.
Cool.
Can I go examine it?
You can. It's like kind of just it's like 2 leather squares strapped together with just like a bunch of loose papers in between. It's like almost indecipherable, as if it would take you as if it would take you
I'll do it.
however long the book says it takes you to decipher another wizard spellbook.
All right, I'll stash it in my shell bag.
You know, I was thinking, he's a dwarf and he has the scroll of immaculate verse, so it's like really, really big for him. I throw another shoe in another room.
Which room?
The other one.
Bathroom.
Bathroom? Your shoe lands with a thud.
Is there anything like of his that's like monogrammed or has a seal?
The underwear does.
Okay, yeah, we'll hold on to that.
Are you sure the
Olga,
underwear doesn't say
Olga.
Calvin Klein?
What about Calvin
Your
Klein?
father's
No.
underwear. Clearly, you recognize this.
Guest
Anything
quarters?
of interest in the bathroom?
One at a time, please.
Go ahead, bathroom.
You see, you see a bathroom that seems to be in working order. It's not particularly interesting for any reason.
Hey, indoor plumbing, that's a big deal.
Who said it's plumbing?
Oh,
Kobolds?
Does someone want to investigate the toilet?
no.
It's a mimic.
So it's fear of annihilation.
Okay, now I'm interested.
Ooh, that is a natural 2 to investigate the toilet, bringing my score to a 1.
As you are investigating the toilet, you bend over, and somehow some of your one of your gold coins falls out of your bag and into it, and down the drain. And instead of going down a pipe, it seems to just be annihilated immediately.
What
Okay.
did I think I called it.
This is very interesting, actually.
Let's see, can we take this with us and throw it at our enemies?
I do not think so.
But if we're ever in a one ring to rule them all sort of scenario, we just come here.
How about the kitchen? Does it have a annihilation garbage disposal?
You go to the kitchen, and it seems to be like very well equipped. There's like this whole like hood and like very nice like copper pots and pans all hung up in the thing, and seem in some like very well kept nice chef's knives. And there is a door to what looks like a walk-in refrigerator and a walk-in freezer and a pantry with a bunch of dry goods.
Is it bread?
You see, you open the pantry and you see some. You see a box, a bread box.
How,
Do you
how
open
big?
it?
I just want to see if this
It is the
new
size of a
+5
bread box.
knife, it really can cut through anything. I want to see if it can cut through stale Safeway French roll.
Do you open the bread box?
Hell yeah!
Immediately, mold pours out, and it's a big block of black mold in the shape of a bowl box,
Guys,
which seeming with maybe bread in the middle.
I think this is the thing we fought.
Anything in the freezer or the fridge?
There is a seemingly fully stocked. If you go in the freezer, there are. It looks like there is a partially butchered sea panda in there, and what you've never seen in real life, but kind of look like it could be a cake seal. And there's some cookie stars.
I was worried there would be tigers in here.
Hey guys, serious question. We keep the amulet on Robrith. Can we just put him in the freezer? He'd be fine, right?
I think so.
I mean, he didn't
Why,
move
though?
for 12 years, so I think we're
pretty
okay
safe.
with him.
This is my character. Role playing. Simon wouldn't probably do that.
So that food seems like it's been magically preserved for 12 years in the freezer.
It seems like it's frozen. Seems like it's been
You know,
freeze
I've-
preserved.
I've left stuff in the freezer for a couple years. It gets pretty gross.
It's a good freezer.
Okay, unlike my freezer.
Yeah, unlike your shitty freezer.
Pantry, anything?
There's a bunch of like dry goods. There's like rice and like dried beans that I don't know if that keeps for 12 years, but maybe.
Dog food?
It does.
There's no dog food.
Sorry, Sir Wiggles.
Whale food.
There's no whale food.
I could eat whale.
Crow food.
There's no crow food.
Carrie, how did Roberth feed all of his experiments?
The experiment feeding quarters is on the other side of the Roberth Gardens. It contains food for all of Roberth's experiments.
Shall we check out the guest quarters?
Yeah, let's go check out the guest quarters.
Shoo.
Cool. You're in the guest quarters. You see, there is another similar, slightly less nice living room area that is larger, but with like more chairs, seeming to accommodate multiple groups of people. There are multiple doors against one of the walls, and there's a door that would probably go back to the main gardens if you had to guess.
Seems like there's nothing here.
Is there a door to the north?
I've lost orientation. There's a door. There are 6 doors. There are 4 doors on one wall. There is one door where you came from the kitchen, and there's one door back to the gardens.
14 investigation for the guest room.
You in just in the living room, you see you find it's like very neat, as if a robot was keeping it clean over the years.
No guests, no guest book.
No guest book, no current guests.
Let's go and try and get these enchanted papers out of our stomach.
Yeah. I'll get the knife.
Well, actually, I was thinking maybe we want to leave the magic items outside just so we don't accidentally demagnetize them or whatever.
I was thinking, since Sniffles can't actually do combat, he probably can't actually hurt us. So if I give him the knife and tell him to cut out the paper, it might work.
That's true, but he can't hurt the paper either. All right, can we make our way to the room of anti-magic dispelling?
The magic sanitation room.
Yes.
Cool. Do you all do that?
I'll go.
Cool.
But I'll watch first. Sorry, Casey.
So I'm assuming you're just gonna go open the door to the main garden.
Yeah, is it sanitized from the death mold?
You had heard. Carrie said she purged it.
How
Carrie,
purged,
open door G8.
G8 open.
how purged is it? Like,
The door opens to the the main gardens. It is still dark in there, but from the light pouring out of the room you're in now, you see just like bare dirt covered in ashes and the little wisps of smoke still coming up from it.
Also, there's no vegetation at all anymore.
Not that you can see.
All the trees are gone. Wow. Carrie, can you turn on the lights in the main garden, or will that have a deleterious effect?
Sun shards activated, and you see the two large crystals at the far end and towards you start glowing and rise up. And there seems to be one missing from a pylon in the middle of the room. And you see a room completely empty. It smells like smoke. You see a path made out of like the same material that most of the base is made out of, going like down the middle, and branches leading off to each of the doors. And the rest of the room is just like ashen dirt with little wisps of smoke coming off of it. But it looks like there would have been a lot of smoke in here, but a lot of it was vented off, and it is still kind of warm in here.
Carrie, where's the whereabouts of the missing sun sphere?
The second sun shard was taken from its pylon 6 years ago.
By Corvus? Carrie?
An external party has taken the sun shard. It was not Carvis.
Carrie, will you replant the garden?
I am not equipped to replant the main garden.
Carrie, what do you need to be equipped to replant the main garden?
I require new seeds to replant the main garden.
Do you mean like anti-seeds and pro-seeds, Carrie?
Right.
Anti-seeds would not replant the main garden. Pro-seeds might be able to seed new vegetation.
I guess we should give her the proceeds.
I start warming up my throwing arm.
Alright. Are the proceeds, is that a finite resource?
You have 8 of them.
So
I guess
no.
that's finite. What if we take the 8 and turn it sideways?
Then it would be a sideways 8.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Well, let's revisit this idea before we leave.
To the sanitation chamber.
Yes, Carrie, please open room door G4.
G4, open. And you hear like a whoosh from like very far down, all the way on the other end of the giant room.
All right, let's go. Gary, you don't have any vehicles or mounts, do you?
I have independent actor modules. They might be able to carry you.
I don't think I need the robot to grapple me again.
Gary, please use an independent module to take Whispers over to door G4.
Whispers?
What's his name? Mumbles.
Stiffle?
Sniffles.
A outline of a robot appears in the wall near you, and a robot walks out and attempts to pick up Sniffle, and Sniffle kind of looks weary and like slithers away from it as it continues to grapple him. Sire, what shall I do? And he looks at you, wiggles.
Just do what Lee says. That's what I do. He's a new bud. I have to sit this one out. Sorry.
Cool. So Sniffle strikes shoulders, his very thin snake-like shoulders, and is cradled by a robot, and he like kind of slithers into a circle, and the robot, slower than regular walking speed, walks towards the other side.
I guess we keep up with him then. Sorry, Sniffles. I thought you looked tired.
I am doing quite fine, sir, but thank you for the consideration.
Is he behind us again when he says that? And then back in the robot's arms when we look again?
He's still in the robot's arms, kind of like looking over the robot's shoulder at you.
I feel a pang of like, oh, I'm gonna miss my little voice growing up. First day of school.
Cool. As you guys are following the robot across the room, Ubad, you hear a whisper in your ear. Ubad, a word, if you will.
And can I speak to him, like, telepathically?
No.
Okay. So...
You can kind of, like, drop behind the group and whisper.
I guess I'll say, one moment, my shoe's untied. I'll catch up with you. Maybe I'll have one of those robots carry me.
Is he wearing shoes? Oh well.
Insight check to see if he's wearing lacy shoes.
How would elephant shoes work? It's just like a bag, basically?
I'm gonna Google Loxodon feet.
Oh boy, dude, that does not sound like a good idea.
You know, in all of Magic card history, they always draw Loxodons from the waist up. Oh, there's a picture one. They got big ol' elephant feet, huh? That makes sense.
I think Casey's AI rendition of Ubad pretty much showed what we need to see.
I think that was all eyes and faces, really.
I guess it's just like a rubber circle with like a ring of leather on it. Cool.
Doesn't want to step on a nail.
It's when Ubad is sufficiently far behind the rest of the team, Shaza whispers, or quietly says, "It seems you are presented with quite the opportunity here, Ubad. You may proceed with the sanitation, or you may find a way to get control of the enchantment yourself."
Yes, Shaza. I will try my best.
I will trust this to you. You have proven quite capable thus far.
Yes, my sire. Now, is there anything else, or should I catch up with my compatriots?
I trust the rest to you. I have nothing else to add at this time. Be gone.
And Ubad will take a dash action and catch up with everybody else.
You catch up.
How do you tie round rubber circles?
Very carefully.
I feel like turtles probably actually have the same shoes.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how do you tie your shoes on? I mean, the claws go right through, don't they?
Yeah, I was just about to say, yours has bigger holes for the claws.
Do turtles have feet claws?
I think they have natural weapons. Like, I think if I make an unarmed attack, it actually does extra damage.
You have like hand claws, but you have feet claws.
They seem the same on turtles. I don't know.
You have hand nails, but do you have toenails?
It's different.
I guess people call them fingernails.
But like, are they could be different sizes. Or like, usually if there's an animal that doesn't have retractable claws and you walk and you feel them, they kind of get worn down by the ground.
True. Also, how much human is in a turtle compared to how much turtle?
Well, when a man loves a turtle very much.
Turtle power.
Cool. You are proceeding to the front of the room where the magic sanitation and the magical tinkering rooms are.
Now, I was saying before, I think we should leave all of our magic items outside just to make sure we don't accidentally sanitize something we don't want to sanitize. What do you guys think?
Yes, I agree.
And I guess, Ubad, you could just stay outside with them if you want to. I mean, you don't have a paper in your stomach.
Well, I'm sure you need some help to operate the machinery.
That's true.
So Ubad will take his new magic items and his ring. He will hand to Pompadour and have Pompadour less guard but more monitor.
We can leave the door open, I guess. Just leave it all in a pile right outside. So what's in the room?
Cool. You go into the room, and you see like there's like counters all around the room. It's like a fairly smallish room. It's like 20 feet by 20 feet. There's all these like counters for stuff around the room, and then the middle room you see like this kind of big doorway, like a door frame in the middle of the room. And in the back of the room you see like a bunch of like control panels made out of ivory with different like, not ivory but like this
Made out of what?
marble. Seeming control panel with like glowy bit. It doesn't have any buttons, but it has like a bunch of like glowing portions of light.
Carrie, do you know how to operate the magical sanitization room?
I am in full control of the magical sanitation room.
Carrie, if we wish to remove these magical enchantments that we ate, do you know how we can do that?
The magical sanitizer has a dispelling function, which I can switch on, and a dispelling field will pop up. And if you walk through the dispelling field, any magic items that pass through it will be dispelled. There is also a reset field mode that will reset any magical items to their default state.
Well, that sounds good.
Ubad is going to look around and scan the equipment and see if he can figure out how to switch it from dispel to reset.
Make me an Arcana check. And also, are you like... Are you trying to be sly about this, or are you just like looking around?
I mean, I think he's obviously looking around at the equipment, but I think he is trying to be sly on his intentions. And...
Maybe give me a deception there.
Okay. That is a 1, again, on Arcana. And that is a 24 on Deception.
So,
on
you
brand.
look like completely legit looking at all the equipment. You look not suspicious at all, but you cannot figure out shit about how any of this works.
Okay, who wants to go first? Sniffles? Wiggles? Me? I'll go first, fine. Carrie, turn on Dispel mode.
Oh, what if it
Dispel mode activated, and a blue shimmery light appears in the door frame, and like little like motes of blue light appear floating around.
Okay, I check my pockets and make sure I don't have any of the magic items still on me,
You don't.
and then I will walk through it.
You walk through and you feel almost like electricity passing through you, and it's like kind of jingly and tingly, and then you pass through it and you don't feel different at all.
I don't turn into just like a regular turtle on the ground.
No.
I was a little worried about that.
It's the secret of the ooze.
You know how they say the magic was in you the whole time?
Yeah, it turns out it wasn't.
Oh.
Well, it was after ever since you ate it.
Yeah, true.
I'll go
Okay.
next. I take off all my magic items, all my clothes, my fur hat. I'll leave that on. I need to maintain some.
Isn't that just your fur?
Roll in decency.
4.
You're very indecent.
That's about okay. Good. All right. I'll go through.
You also feel as if electricity is going through your body. You just feel like this tingly wave go through as you walk through, and then you're on the other side, and you don't feel any different. You feel fine.
Lee, tell me to do something.
Send Sniffles through.
Hey, it worked. Wait, Sniffles go through. Maybe it didn't work.
Yes, sire. And Sniffles does the same.
Great, so now it's just Ryan who will have to do what they say.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it seems fine.
Yeah.
Just don't give him the
I
electric
mean-
sword.
Mm-hmm.
If Ryan is still alive, I think somebody's co-opted him to their agenda.
True. Okay, well, is there anything else we want to do here, or should we get out of here?
Carrie, what does the magical tinkering room do?
The magical tinkering room contains a number of tools used to modify magical enchantments.
Do we want to see if we can modify the glove of kick punching?
Okay, let's go check it out.
Okay, Carrie, open door G6.
And Gary, please put on
G6
that
open.
song about the G6 also.
Fly, fly like. I don't want to. I do not want to get copyright claimed.
True. All right, let's go to G6.
Cool. You go to G6. You enter a room with several that is lined with several workbenches, and there's like several rows with like all these unfamiliar looking tools, like just strewn about. Like there's like a pliers that kind of has like a blue glow at the end, and there's like a rod with like a glass ball, and a bunch of just unfamiliar looking tools. There's like a bunch of like around the edge. There's like several like glass containers that looks like electricity would be arcing through them if they were on. You see a good like metal rod with a ball at the top.
Carrie, can you help us with the tools in this room?
I can direct you to tools. Yes.
What do we want to do with this kick punching glove? I guess I could try to combine it with my warhammer.
Actually, that would be pretty good.
Okay. Can I try and see if I can figure out how to do that with Carrie's help?
You can try.
Okay, I try. Carrie, I want to take this glove of kick punching and combine it with this warhammer to make it a warhammer of kick punching.
To apply the magical properties of the glove of kick punching to your warhammer, you will need to take the Isaac's spectroscope and transfer the magical essence using a pliers of abracadabra.
Oh, yes, the pliers of abracadabra. I remember. Where are those again?
You may find them on the middle bench if you look, you see something that looks like a pliers, where there's one half that's a plier and one half is just kind of this slightly glowy, empty air above it.
This is a very cool room. Okay, can I try to follow her instructions and ask her where the tools are? And
Make me an Arcana check.
We asked Isaac for permission.
Let's see. I don't really have any way of. I guess I could. No, I don't have a. It wouldn't be useful for me to be really large or really small for this, would it?
No.
Just checking. Okay, that is a dirty 20.
Cool. Using your know-how, your magical know-how, you take the Isaac's spectroscope, which turns out to be, it's like a jeweler's loop. It's the thing you saw last time. It's a jeweler's loop with like 5 different lenses on it.
Oh, that thing.
And you figure out, and you do the light one, and you can see just the magical aura around the glove of kick punching. And then you take the thing I just made up, the pliers of abracadabra, and you grab one of the magical threads with it and place it into your hammer, and suddenly your hammer shakes, and magically some like leather seems to wrap around it with a rubber mat comes on the face of it, and the top seems to be start lacing up.
Wow.
And now you have a hammer of kick punching.
This is very cool stuff.
It is a +1 hammer that does the thing you can already do.
Well, it's once a turn, so now I can do it twice a turn.
So once a turn, you can... you may... I guess you can roll an additional... No, you roll... Okay, the original text is you roll 2d4 +1 as your damage roll. Let's say, since it's a hammer now... I guess that's
better than a 1d8, technically.
Let's say, since it's a hammer now...
Okay.
Once per turn, when you make a hit, you can add 1d4 +1 to your damage roll, and the target make the strength save or be pushed back 15 feet.
Okay, once a turn, 1d4 +1 to damage.
The hammer now look like a giant fist, like in that Everlong video.
No, it's wrapped in leather with laces on top, and the face has a rubber sole in it. As if it's a shoe.
Okay, well that went pretty well. Do you guys have anything else that you want combined? I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Maybe I could combine this +5 knife with my teeth.
If you want.
Wild. My mother wouldn't like it.
But it does glow red and possibly explode, so just be careful if you do that, not to eat too much in one day.
Yes, I think your teeth are better off as they are.
Did you want to try?
It's good to know this room exists.
Okay, wait, I got one more magic item pitch. We combine the not-so-subtle knife. Not the not-so-nuddle knife, that's a different knife. The not-so-subtle knife with the snake rope. What do you think?
The snake what?
We have that snake rope magic item.
Mm-hmm.
So we take the knife, we combine it with a snake rope.
Are you making a 30-foot Simon Belmont whip?
Basically.
Yeah.
And also it can turn into a snake and we can send it to cut things.
Cut through
Here's
anything.
the knife.
Okay, yeah, let's try it.
I'm gonna make the last 5 minutes of Hayden just a GIF.
Carrie, do you think this would work to combine this with this?
It has never been done before. I cannot say if it will work or not.
Gary, do you know how I could try?
You will likely need to take the loom of perseverance and weave the magical essence of the rope, of the knife, into the rope.
I was gonna say we should do that.
Very, very wise.
You see a loom in one of the corners.
Okay, I'll try to do it.
I'm not saying this is of the utmost importance, but were we supposed to return the rope to the museum?
Oh, well, it'll be a better rope.
Fair enough.
Cool. First, you will need to use the gloves of apricot, or the pliers of abracadabra to extract the magical essence from the subtle, not so subtle knife to weave it into the rope.
Okay. I would like to follow her instructions as best I can.
Make me an Arcana check.
That is a 16.
Oh, wow. I was going to make you beat a 15. So, you sit at the loom, and you put on, you once again use the Isaac's spectroscope to see the magical essence, and you pull the magical... You're able to use the pliers to pull out the magical essence, and you tie the rope into the loom, and then you use the loom pedals to weave the magic essence together. And the snake rope looks unchanged.
Okay, I think I did it, guys.
No way.
Yeah, try it. Try it, Sir Wiggles.
Okay.
I step back across the room.
Knife rope. Go stab that chair. I don't like that design.
So the knife, okay, I'm gonna say the activation on the knife, you just has a special activation word, which you know is Mulefa.
Mulefa?
Ulefa.
The rope starts glowing and immediately drops through the floor.
Uh-oh. I was trying to just make it the tongue, but I think... Snake, come back.
You see the rope slithers out of the hole in the floor.
Did we just make a new, like, our next boss fight?
And sits there. The rope,
We made a monofilament whip.
Now you know the rope has 4 charges.
For today.
Yeah.
Hey,
It regains 1d4 after a long rest.
Lee, why don't you handle? I could get in trouble. I can get in serious trouble. You wanna?
Now,
It's 30 feet. You know.
Sniffles, would you say that speaking a code word it counts as helping in combat? No, I'm just
Yes.
I taught him well. He knows the rule book inside and out.
Now, Sniffles, if you saw Sir Wiggles knocked unconscious in combat, would you run over and try to feed him a healing potion?
Of course, sir.
Oh. Yeah, I got that one wrong. I thought the answer was no. But,
Alright, I take a healing potion. Alright, for Sir Wiggles only. And I give it to Wiggles to give to Sniffles.
I'm feeling personally, is that because all my characters go down all the time?
Well, I just didn't think he would do it for either of us.
I go down all the time.
Okay, well, this is pretty fun. Anybody else want any magic items combined? What else do we have? We have a temporal switch. That seems very dangerous to combine with anything. Like, very dangerous.
Do it.
Fuel powder? Is that magic?
I was just looking at the fuel powder. Yeah, can I combine 1 fuel powder with 1 dog food?
That sounds very painful.
For our enemies. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you can. Neither
Yeah,
are
do it.
magical.
Yeah. Here we go. What I roll?
Don't-
11.
You could just pour them both in a bowl and mix it up.
I make it look good, though. I put on a show for Sir Wiggles. Okay, I have done it.
All right.
Let me see. What if we took out an animal cracker and combined it with something? Is there anything there?
Yeah. Let's do it.
But I don't know what we'd combine it with.
With more dog food, maybe we could make more animal crackers.
So, like, if we pull, like, a monkey, we combine it with the dog food, and now you get dog food that makes you climb?
Not to be a negative Nancy, but you have, I think, 1 minute.
Yeah, I don't know if I can work that fast. Okay, let's go. But I might just take these pliers of abracadabra and these Isaac Humies. I don't think I can fit the loom.
How big's a loom? It's like a.
I'll give you the hint that any particular combination of magic items you try to do will take a bespoke list of tools to make work.
Okay.
So
well,
only taking those tools might not get the job done.
Okay, but these goggles, I look really good in these glasses, though, right?
Yeah. Like pro.
I think you look great in the glasses, and I think the pliers we should take, at the very least, so that we have them and no one else does.
Okay, I'll just take those two. What are the goggles called? Isaac's
Spectroscomiscope. I think I've said a different thing every time.
Scrotum Scometrope.
Isaac Spectrometer Scope.
And did you say when I put them on I could like see magic? Is it basically like detect magic?
Sure.
Okay.
You can see kind of like little magical wormies coming out of magical items.
Cool.
Until it drives you crazy.
Right.
If you flip one of the lenses, I'm gonna say here's the thing I'm inventing. It has 7 lenses, and each one detects a different magical school.
Whoa, nice.
Off the top.
That's pretty
Has
good.
anyone seen Shelly?
This whole room has been off the top of my head.
It's just this incredibly
just that
gorgeous
good.
model.
Wiggles, can I see that
Yeah.
black bag?
Oh, okay. Here.
And I pull out 2 proceeds.
The bag isn't black. The seeds are black.
There was some confusion about that.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just.
What color is the bag?
I'm colorblind, so I don't know.
Regular bag color.
Okay, out of the bag color.
It's like a
bag.
canvas. It's like a canvas bag.
Are they both canvas bags? This is confusing. I double checked that they're both
Yes.
seeds. Okay, so I grab 2 proceeds, and I say, Carrie, I have 2 proceeds for you to start planting the garden again. I think you should start small and make sure it's well maintained.
Yes, I will do so. And you see an outline appear in the wall, and a robot comes out and holds out his hand to hold the seeds.
And Ubad places the seeds gently in his hand.
The robot turns her out and walks out into the main garden.
And Carrie, very quickly, do not plant them directly under our feet, please.
Of course.
Carrie, we are getting ready to leave. Do you have any way of communicating with people outside of Robert's Gardens, like some sort of remote device?
There is a greater sending stone in Robrith's quarters, which I forgot to tell you when you went in there. I cannot access it directly, however.
You're saying...
I suppose I could have a robot pick it up and speak through it.
So you're saying we could use this to talk to you?
I suppose, yes.
All right, well, let's get that. Is there anything else you guys want to do in here before we go?
Should we set some sort of safety protocol?
I mean, we could try to revoke Robert's access to Carrie.
Ooh, good one. Or
Carrie,
any-
can we overwrite Robert's access?
You have full administrator access. You can set permissions as you please.
Carrie, please revoke all of Robert's access.
Access revoked. Permission set to 0. For Robert Ruttle.
Wow. What do you get?
Should we classify him as a test subject or anything?
Yeah, and put him in the freezer. He'll be fine.
Okay.
Let's say doors G4 and G6, along with G11, G12, well, sorry, let me start over. Carrie, let's have restrict access to doors G4 and G6 to only the Lee, Sir Wiggles, myself, and Sniffles.
Restricted.
Are there any other ways to get into the magical sanitizing room or the magical tinkering room besides those doors, Carrie?
There are no known ways into those rooms other than through G6 and G4.
And are there any other rooms that we need to have offline?
I don't think so.
We could move Roberth to his quarters and close off the offices.
You could make Carrie change his appearance and make him think he's someone else and slowly drive him mad. I'm just spitballing here. I wouldn't really do that, but I'm just, throwing things out.
That sounds very good. I think
Make him think
yeah,
he's a
we're going to the
robot.
quarters anyways.
Sure. Can we move Roberth to his bedroom and ask Carrie to restrict him to his suite?
You
Or-
sure can.
Carrie, if Roberth wakes up, or if any other intelligent creatures enter Roberth's gardens, can you use the Greater Sending Stone to let us know?
Yes.
Please
Orders
do
accepted.
so, Carrie. Okay, shall we set out back into the cold?
So you did all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You did all that. You go to the quarters. You see there are 2 greater setting stones, one in the office and one in the quarters. And you take one of them. It's just like a large kind of smooth granite rock with like a blue swirl on one end.
Wait, it's like this. It's like this big.
It's like this big.
Wow.
It's a big old rock. It's about 5 pounds.
That's a heavy bone.
I can take it.
If you do an identify on it, you'll learn it's a sending stone that basically has a planetary range to contact any other greater sending stone if you have the number.
Is there a contact list?
Not stored in it.
New sending stone. Who dis?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else before we go?
So we leveled up, but did we rest?
Not explicitly, but I can say you could. This is a fairly safe area to rest if you guys wanna.
Yeah. Let's sleep in the guest quarters and then have a nice breakfast of sea cake or whatever, and
This would be fun, like a slumber party.
Well, there's a lot of bedroom. There's a lot of bedrooms. We could each have our own bedroom.
Yeah, but we can make like tents. I know we have tents, but we can make other tents. It'd just be fun. That's
Like
all.
pillow fort.
Yeah.
Cool. You open the bedrooms and the guest quarters, and you see each one has like a very nice bed and like a chair and a rug. It's very nice for a weird arcane bunker in the Arctic. After your long rest, you wake up to find one of Carrie's robots cooking a cake seal breakfast for you guys. I have prepared cake seal.
Maybe we should just live here. I don't know.
This is pretty nice. I won't lie. You don't have to fight anything.
I think it'll make a great vacation home.
Can I just paint fort over the doorway?
Like
What
the
should we
word,
call our fort?
the word fort.
We should name it. This is
Fort Gardens.
okay. Or maybe Fort Sir Ubad Lee. Yeah, ring to it.
Carrie, has there been any activity out in the atrium since
There
we
has been
entered?
no activity in the atrium since you have entered. No.
All right, shall we go out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. You go up to the atrium, and now you have access to open the front door, and you can leave.
It's much colder than I remembered out here.
If we take that crystal out, does Carrie just shut down? Do we know?
You can try.
I mean, it's probably better that she's
Carrie,
running.
if we take this diamond out, does that shut you off completely or just out here or what?
It significantly lowers my capabilities. I cannot measure to what degree, since it significantly lowers my capabilities.
Carrie, would you still be able to call us on the Greater Sending Stone if we took this diamond out?
Unsure.
Carrie, please wait 5 minutes and then call us on the Sending Stone, Greater Sending Stone, and I take it out. Does she call 5 minutes later?
Make a strength check.
Just straight strength?
Yeah.
I am rolling pretty well today. That'll be 22.
You pull really hard, and it like jostles a little bit, and then suddenly, boink, it comes out, and you hear Carrie's like, "I will call you on the," and the room fades to red, and then the light goes out,
And she doesn't call.
and you wait, and she doesn't call.
Well, what do you guys think?
I think it's better having Carrie up and running, and maybe we just tell her to put a few guards out here. Seems Roberth has a strange security system that you can disable from the front door.
All right, can I put the diamond back in? Does that take a strength check also? I can't remember.
No, you plop it in, and you hear, and the whole room turns red, and then it turns black for a second, and then a blue light comes up, says, "Welcome to Robreth Gardens. I am Carrie. How may I help you?"
Carrie,
Uh-oh.
do you know who we are?
You are Ubad, Lee, and Sir Wiggles, and Sybil, and Death Fungus, Indar, and Al Mirage, and I don't believe she ever saw a portmanteau or
Pompadour. Yes. Carrie, perhaps you should have some of your robots guard this crystal and make sure that it stays in place.
I can do that. AC outlines go on the wall, and 2 robots guard the crystal. They flank the crystal.
And so, remind me, the front door was open when we got here.
Yes.
And then as soon as we put the crystal in, it closed?
Yes.
Gary, what are the rules for opening this door? These 2 doors, A1 and A2.
They have the A2 has low permissions. Any guest may open. A1 can only be opened and closed at the request of an administrator.
Okay, so as long as we close it behind us, I guess we're fine. Okay, let's go out and close the door behind us.
You do that. Carrie
How
says,
cold is it? It's really cold, right?
"Goodbye. I hope you had a nice time in Rubreth Gardens."
Bye, Carrie. We'll see you again.
It is very cold. The sky is clear. It is cold, as if it was the Arctic. You exit, and as you exit, you see on the ground Ryan's footprints that you were following when you got here.
Oh, right. Ryan. I guess we should keep following these footprints.
Well, it's only been about a day and a half that we've left him alone.
That's true.
Fine.
You can't die in the snow and, well... I think we had all the tents, maybe. I don't know.
A gnome can drown in 3 inches of snow.
Can we follow the footsteps?
Yeah. Someone want to make me a survival check?
Get a 2. I mean, I have a +2.
You're basically
Give
a
it a roll.
bloodhound.
Right. All right, baby. 11.
Yeah, you're able to follow him. He wasn't particularly being stealthy, and the weather's been calm, so they're not that hard to follow in the snow. You follow Ryan's footsteps along as they kind of go on keep following the kind of the mountainy area that the Roberts Gardens was built into, and you follow along as the mountains on your right, and as you keep going, you start seeing you're coming to mountains coming like adjoining, so it's like this. You see mountains over here as you walk this way.
Was that on the map?
Yeah.
Do we still have it? Oh yeah, we still have the map.
Let me open the map.
So it's near the skull and crossbones, basically.
You're going towards the skull and crossbones.
Great.
Everybody loves a skull and crossbones.
Expedition landing map.
My dog,
Cool.
I love bones.
Yeah, okay, you're walking along, and you come to where the mountains meet, and there's kind of this mountain pass that goes through there. It's you go uphill, but it's like kind of a walkable path through the mountains. It's about 40 feet wide. It's fine. There's like a couple of just like looks like old frozen trees that were maybe here from a very long time ago when this area was more temperate. And as you walk through, you see a number of exposed skeletons on the ground.
Ryan?
Fun.
That's so indecent.
You see another, it looks like goblin skeletons and something that looks like a different kind of humanoid, maybe, but not quite a goblin. Not gnome. Halfling? What was Ryan?
Ryan was a gnome.
Okay, yeah. Ryan is a
I don't know
gnome.
why you always forget, but he was a gnome.
Gnomes and halflings are the same. And also, I made every character in the first half of the game a gnome or a halfling. As you go along, and also around the skeletons, you're seeing a number of black feathers.
Conrad.
Corvus.
Corbin.
Corvus Dallas.
Corbin Bernstein.
And it almost sounds like there's like something maybe around a bend you can hear.
Oh.
It's like there's something echoing. It's hard to tell what it is.
Let's go. Check it out.
7 perception.
It could be the wind. You don't. It's like a ruckus.
Yeah, bring on the motherfucking ruckus.
13 medicine check. Am I going crazy?
So you go around the corner.
Yeah.
You go around the bend, and suddenly you see a giant flock of crows kind of attacking what looks like a crack in the wall. There's like a nook between the mountains.
And one orc.
You do not see an orc.
I mean, that crack probably deserved it. Am I wrong?
And you hear some sort of voice coming, drowned out by all the sound.
Does it sound vaguely annoying?
Why don't you make me a perception check?
7.
Someone else want to give me a perception check?
Yeah, that's a 3.
God damn.
That's a 21.
You hear, I will take all of you, you winged rats! I will take you all out of the sky if it's this what it takes!
I think Ryan's got this one.
Seems like
He
it.
sounds very confident. Oh, it's Ryan. He turned into a giant crack, I think.
Ryan's alive. I feel like I owe somebody a gold.
I think that's true.
This is all happening like 100 feet away from you. And the mountain pass opens up a little until like it's like 100 feet wide and it's like a larger area. And there's picks clean skeletons everywhere.
What was
And in the middle of the pass there seems to be like a very large frozen leafless tree trunk. What were you saying, Ubeth?
What was Corvid's combat rating again?
2,500.
What was our estimated?
Like
It was
15
1,500, but
1,500?
that's before we slept and before we got knife rope.
It's true, we do have the
Like that
knife.
knife rope.
Knife rope alone has to be 10,000. I think.
What are you thinking, Ubad? You want to get their attention? I think you can hit up that far away, right?
Should we try and reason with him? Them.
I guess we could use the sending stone to ask Carrie what she knows. But I don't think you can reason with ravens, really.
I don't know. They're parliamentary creatures.
True.
You know, the basis of a democracy, which is much, a lower form than a monarchy, but it is some government.
Have you ever tried to reason with a parliament?
That's a good point.
While this is taking 10 minutes to discuss,
I will get you.
Maybe I should cast my second level spell. It's gonna take me 10 minutes. Do you think we have that long?
No. I mean, you can try.
You
I'm
know,
not gonna tell you no,
You
but
still
there's a.
don't have the steed.
it's good I didn't do this earlier because he probably would. It would have been too late. He would have been dead. So
Listen, if you want to ride around on a giant penguin, feel free.
Hey, you pecked me. I'll deliver you a peck 100-fold back.
Okay.
Hey, ow, ow.
Well, I pull out a cracker,
Ooh.
and that is a 4.
Oh, what is 4?
I
That-
gain a flying speed.
Are you eating it or are you throwing it down?
Oh, you're gonna
You
want.
know, I'm actually gonna say, Wiggles, eat this.
okay.
It is an eagle cookie, by the way.
Yeah.
Although Ubad, we really need to teach him not to just eat whatever people hand to him, but it's fine this time.
What are you talking about? How
So-
dare you, sir?
You gain a flying speed of 60 feet, and you gain advantage on perception checks that involve sight for
For it.
an hour, right?
Yes.
You ever blow dry a dog and it does that thing where it's like this? Like I imagine that I'm just like flying and I'm just doing this reactively. Like, oh, this is odd.
Where they're just like walking over. They're like,
Does it feel like this? Okay. Should I dash over there and start swinging?
Now yell, Corvid, stand down.
It's willing to negotiate.
they don't seem to. The flock doesn't seem to pay you any mind.
Maybe not.
They're all attempting to get in the crack to eviscerate Ryan.
I'm gonna yell, okay, Sniffles, get that healing potion ready. And then I'm gonna bonus action.
Of course, sir.
Wow, you even have it in my favorite crystal goblet. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna do my hide shift, and
Cool.
I'm gonna dash over to the birds, so that I'm maybe like 10 feet above them.
They're like a big swarm. This like a big. They're not in any. So you want to be 10 feet above like the highest birds, because there's like birds flying in and out like all around in like a big.
The most
swarm.
concentrated, appearingly concentrated.
So do you want to be where birds are still flying, but you're above like the center of the birds, or do you want to be
Yeah.
above all the birds?
Yeah, I'll be above the center of the birds.
Okay, make me a dexterity check.
Okay.
Everybody roll initiative now.
Woo! Which one should I roll first?
That's the
Initiative.
2 for
best
Ubon.
initiative I've ever rolled. 17.
Wiggles is going to be an 11, baby.
$11.
My dex save is 15.
This is the first dice I've had to roll all session. Wow. Okay, here's a dice.
How do you use these again?
Nat 1, baby.
I just roll one for the rest of the raven for each one.
Cool. Roll me dexterity now.
Save?
The crows, as soon as you enter them, they see you and roll, and they start swarming you. Roll, dexterity save.
Alright, it's a 15.
Cool. Oh my God, where are my dice?
Where are my dice?
You're rusty at this dice thing.
I have no idea where my dice went. Here's different dice. Sure, fine.
No, those aren't the good dice.
Do you have your emergency dice taped under your desk? Good.
You take 4 damage, which is half damage, Because you dex saved.
Wow.
As the crows start swarming you and like digging into you with their beaks and claws. And you guys notice a figure shrouded in a black cloak walk out of a cave pretty like 100 feet past the crow swarm and look at you. And he pulls out a bow and arrow and look and says, and the crows seem to swarm even harder. And that's the end of the session.
Nice.
Wow.
Do we have to remember our initiative rolls for next week?
I got them written down.
Okay, good.
All right, let's hope those murder of crows don't live up to their name. Thank you,
Cool.
Simon.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yeah.
Be excited for the Corvus fight the next session.
I hear he's got a combat rating of 2,500.
It's a very high combat rating. And thank you, Sirenscape. Thank you, Gamescape. Thank you, Sunscape. Thank you, Moonscape.
Thank you, Escape
Thank you,
Room.
Netscape.
Thank you, Netscape.
Throwback.
Farscape? Was that a show?
Yeah, it's a show.
Yeah.
Thank you
Why
to
not?
our sponsor, Stargate.
Yeah, really, thank you to anything with James Spader. Even Boston Legal.
Wow. Oh, cool. We'll be back next week with more crow adventures.
Same crow time, same crow stream.
Who should we raid?
Yeah, anybody got any raid requests? T-Pain? Who's online?
How about WoW Grandma? WoW Grandma 70. It's a grandma who plays World of Warcraft.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
She's great.
Wow, Grandma 78?
Think so? Sure.
She's not your grandma, though,
I don't think so.
because we have rules against that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's nepotism.
Yeah.
Is that yeah?
We
SEC's gonna come after us.
We should raid another D&D group to be like, notice me, senpai.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you got someone?
Yeah.
Do you have what's someone,
Who
Simon?
isn't
I don't.
who's signing off right now?
Is this just you wanting to raid Critical Role again? I think we've done that enough.
They'll notice us eventually.
No, I'm like, if we're trying to be like, hey, this is another D&D group you should watch. I don't know, man.
I don't have any, and then I don't. My recommendeds are usually a lot of D&D, but nothing now.
Okay. Whatever then.
Wow. We'll have to look into it. Bibliomancer says we hate WoW Grandma is great.
Yeah, let's do WoW Grandma.
Okay.
There's WoW is in the name.
That's a big wow.
If she was like boring grandma, I'd say no way. Our viewers deserve it. But okay. Thank you, Grandma Scape.
And we'll see you all next week. Enjoy the grandma.
Ooh, woo, woo.